Okay, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy A53. I know a ton of you guys are excited, being that the Galaxy A52 did so well last year. Now, I've had this phone for probably a week now, and so far I'm liking it. I do have to say it's practically the same device we got last year. In fact, it's using the same body. However, the camera bump is a little bit more flush. You do still have that quad camera system. The only thing that's missing here is a headphone jack, which I'm a little bit disappointed by because this is a mid-range device, and I feel like people who are buying this phone, not all of them are gonna be using wireless earphones. So you are gonna have to get some kind of USB-C to 3.5mm adapter, because clearly Samsung no longer is including a headphone jack with their mid-range phones. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but anyway, another thing that's not included is also a charging brick. None of that. Like, the only thing that you get in this box is practically a USB-C cable to charge this phone. But aside from that, that's really it. Now, I'm in the middle of editing this 50th birthday video that I shot probably like 3 weeks ago, and I'm supposed to have the video, but I'm like on the tail end of the edit and I'm getting ready to finalize it and send it over for approval. So let me go ahead and knock that out, and then we'll get back to the A53. So I actually just got most of the project completed. My friend Honore, who's also the videographer for this YouTube channel, is downstairs, so I gotta go open the door for him. But I forgot to mention that we're currently sitting at 82% of battery life, and it is currently 5:04 p.m. So as you're watching this video, you're gonna see the battery percentage pop up on one of these corners. That way you can stay up to date on how the battery life is. But for now, let's pull out the vlogging camera and let's go ahead and see if Honore is downstairs. The Samsung Galaxy A53 does have a 32 megapixel sensor that's capable of recording 4K videos at up to 30 FPS. And this is what you can expect. Right now, we're not in the best lighting. Let's get on this elevator. I believe the lighting is a little bit better here. But as far as audio, video stabilization, this is what you can expect if you plan on vlogging on this camera. So what's pretty cool is that you can actually pause the recording on the actual device, and that's what I did. I'm now on the first floor. It's a little bit dark out here, as you can see, and this is what you can expect from a low light standpoint with this camera. And we're gonna step out real quick. I just realized Honore is actually back here, not on, there's like two different entrances to my office, but he's at the very back. But let's run there real quick. Let's go get him. Yo, what's up?
What's up?
So as you can see, the dynamic range is pretty trash, but that's kind of expected for a front-facing camera. But yeah, today we're basically gonna knock out a what's on my MacBook video, and then you're gonna help me out with this video on the A53. Honore and I just finished setting up the equipment. He's currently holding the gimbal and is standing behind the camera. I have the rest of the equipment in my backpack. And we're getting ready to head over to a co-working space that has some really great lighting, and that's where we're gonna shoot the what's on my MacBook video. But as we're walking over to the car, let's talk about this display. This device is rocking a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED panel. This year, 120 Hertz is standard across all devices. You no longer have to have a specific variant of this phone in order to get that feature, which is nice. Something else that's really nice is the 800 nits of brightness you get on this phone. It gets plenty of bright, even outside here on an April in Georgia where it gets super sunny outside. If you go on a completely white screen, you'll notice that there is this warm hue to it, which isn't that huge of a deal, but it's definitely there. Other than that, I love using this panel. It's plenty vibrant. No, actually, I have one more thing to say. I just realized this. It sometimes stutters And it's more of a performance issue than anything, but it kind of takes away from that 120 hertz fluid experience. Aside from that, this gets the job done. Today I'm actually driving a new car because my car is currently at the shop. I got into a car accident probably like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you guys watched my last day in the life video, but I had a hit and run as well. So now it's just trying to get everything fixed up. And unfortunately, insurance is not covering it. So yeah, I'm losing a bag from this one. With that said, let's talk about storage. This year, you do have a micro SD card that is available on this device. You can expand it up to 1 terabyte. So if you do pick up the 128 gig version of this phone, you still have the option to upgrade it with the micro SD card, which is always nice and appreciated. This is literally my favorite spot at this co-working space, and this is literally the reason that I pay for it, is because I have access to this rooftop and I can oversee the entire downtown Augusta. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it's just really inspiring being in like an elevated environment and just grinding it out. I don't know, something about being up top. I literally feel like I'm on top of the world. But let's go ahead and get some of this camera equipment ready, and we can go ahead and knock out this video because I've been talking about doing it for like the past year, and I finally got to it. So Honore and I found this really cool kitchen over here at this workspace, and that's where we decided to shoot the MacBook video instead, because it's pretty quiet out here, and plus, as you can see, it's super dark outside now. Okay, so we literally just got done shooting the What's on My MacBook Pro video. It is currently, let's check, 8:36 p.m. This phone is currently sitting at 67% of battery life, which I'd say is pretty good. I haven't really used it like crazy today. I'm probably gonna hit the gym after this. Not really sure. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling once I get to the office. I recently did just get a 24/7 access to Planet Fitness. Prior to that, I was using the Y, but the Y doesn't have 24/7 access, so I had to cancel that real quick. Now, let's talk about the fingerprint scanner, or biometrics, whatever you want to call it. You do have an in-body fingerprint scanner, which is actually really fast. Here, let's do that one more time. And what's really cool is you don't really have to like press the power button and then put your hand on the fingerprint scanner. You can literally just place your hand there and it'll unlock, as long as you know exactly where the fingerprint scanner is. You do also have face unlock, and it works very fast in good lighting, but that's really it. It's not like Apple where you have like a dedicated face scanning feature on the phone. It just uses the camera, recognizes your face, and unlocks. Aside from that, there's nothing special about it, and it doesn't work in bad lighting conditions. Okay, so Honore and I got like real hungry, and we're still not done shooting at least a day in the life video. So we decided to stop by the spot called Soy Noodle House. It's in downtown Augusta. I got some ramen. Actually, I did not get ramen. I was about to get ramen, but I got this thing called spicy Thai basil is what they call it. We're gonna see how that tastes, but as I'm waiting, I'm probably just gonna play a few games on this phone to really see how it handles. Look at that food. What do we get?
Spicy Thai basil.
Ooh. Okay, so we just finished eating at Soy Noodle House. Got some leftovers. I'm probably gonna hit the gym and then finish this off, but it is currently, let's check, 9:55 p.m., 63% of battery life. I did a little bit of gaming inside there, but that is practically it. I think we're gonna go to the office, drop off the equipment, then I'm probably gonna hit the gym, and we'll see where we're sitting at after the gym when it comes to battery life. Okay, as I was coming up here to drop off some equipment, I was playing some music on Spotify, and I have to say the speakers on this device sound surprisingly good. Almost as good as my Pixel 6 Pro, but not nearly as good as my iPhone 13 Pro Max. With that said, if you plan on consuming content or listening to music straight from the speakers, you shouldn't have a bad time. Like, it's actually pretty doable. Obviously, earphones or headphones are always the better option, but if you were wondering how the speaker system is on this device, it actually gets pretty loud and it doesn't distort at high volumes, unlike a lot of mid-range devices nowadays. Now, I think it's about that time to go home, change, and hit the gym, so we're gonna do that real quick. And we're all changed up. Got my little tank top, whatever you wanna call it, some shorts, my Ultra Boost. But anyway, something that I didn't mention was the quad camera system. I said that it's a little bit more flush now, which is nice or whatever. In fact, from certain angles, it doesn't look like there's even a camera bump back here. So as far as the main sensor, you have a 64 megapixel sensor, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel depth and macro sensors, and that's practically it. And you also have a flash sitting in the back. I have to say the pictures on this camera look absolutely beautiful. Some of the best I've seen on a mid-range device. Anything from the macro photography to ultra wide pictures look super clean. I have to say that 64 megapixel sensor is very sharp and has really great dynamic range. Here are some pictures that I took throughout the day as I'm driving to the gym, and we can finish the video off there. And that is a wrap for this video. I just finished my workout, and overall, as far as the A53, if you're looking to upgrade from its previous predecessor, I don't think it's much of an upgrade, to be honest with you. It's just not that huge of a difference. However, if you're coming from the device before the A52, then maybe I would consider upgrading to this device. But aside from that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any feedback, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Let me know if you also want to see any other coverage on the A53 on the channel in the comment section. Bye.
All these opportunities were just across the bridge. The world was more than twice the size, and now I was a kid. Traded in the comfort zone for life, I'm on the edge. I was gaining on my dreams, holding tightly to the pledge to myself. Was quick to move, was